Welcome back to another day, another evening, painting with me. Last time we did some of the greens on this one and on the Lake Louise one. Tonight we're going to hopefully finish up these greens and continue on from there. All right, so to start with these darker greens, put some of these to the side here and get my brush out again. All right, so we're going to get out some of this darker green. Put this down here. I need to do the second coat of the dark ones on this, and then we'll get into the lighter ones after that. But yeah, we'll get these darker ones going. And then go from there. Scraped off my palette knives. Left a little bit on that one, but now they're clean and ready to mix some new colors tonight. All right, let's take some of this paint and we will get going on these second coats. Remember yesterday, or yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday when we were working on this, those dark greens, even though it looks a little bit light when I first put it on, they sure dry a lot darker in the end. And so I'm not too worried about it looking too light at first. Oh, come on. Stay flipped over. Oh boy, what a wreck. Just want to get the paint off this other side here. There we go. Move some of this around here. For those of you who had a holiday today, hope you had a good day. It's always nice to have a long weekend. Usually a popular weekend for people to go camping and that kind of stuff. It's pretty hot all weekend, so that's good for anybody doing that. And as usual, I think I've mixed up way too much dark green paint. I'm going to need it a little bit in the back there. But hey, Terrence Landali, how's it going? So everybody knows, I turned the latency to, I can't remember if it was high or low, but anyways, there's going to be more of a lag in between when you are typing things to me and then you actually hear me verbally respond to them, just because I want the quality of the video to be better. So if you turn that down a little bit so it's not quite as real time, then the overall quality of the stream is better. And so if it takes me a second to reply to something you type, that's why. Don't worry, I will respond. It might just it might just take a second. How is your portrait that you were drawing coming along there? Sounds good. Yeah. I will have to make sure I check my email while we're working here. Just going to get out a little bit of titanium white just to dull this green just a little bit here. It's a little bit too saturated for what I'm doing. Sorry, my paintbrush is in my mouth. There we go. Need to wipe off some of this excess paint that we got going on here. And a little bit much on there. Do a second layer here. You can see that blue in there. Just to, as I was saying before, when you add blue to this green, then it kind of gives it that distance that we're going for. Definitely got to mix this in here. There's quite a bit of excess blue. All right, those are good. I'm gonna add, just noticing here, this one needs another little coat of dark green here. I might have missed that when I was going through and doing the other ones. Okay, those dark greens are now done. Wipe off the brush. Now I'm going to move into our medium greens, and so for that we're getting out some of this chromium oxide green here. We're going to mix that with a little bit of cadmium yellow light. And this green is going to be used on this painting and on the Lake Louise one, so I'm going to mix up more than I normally would just for one painting. And we will get that going here. Just going to use the same palette that I used for the dark green because it's already pretty much dried off. And even if a little bit of dark green got into this, it would not be the end of the world. Okay. Let's go through like we usually do, and we will mark the ones that are going to be this medium green. So I'm going to turn this around just so I can get a better view of what I'm doing here. All right. So we got that one. This one here. That guy. Here. Here. Did I forget a dark one already? Yes, that one is supposed to be dark. We're going to have to... Good thing we have some dark stuff mixed up. We can easily switch that up right now. This little guy in there. That one's all light. That one. This one. Where am I here? That one. Light, medium, light, medium, light, medium, medium, and medium there. And then I'm just going to quickly grab a little dab of dark and add that in right there, just so I remember to go back. Actually, let's just do that right now. Why wait? We'll go back in a minute once that's dried, and we'll add a second coat onto that darker one. But in the meantime, we will get going here on this medium green color. I'm just going to scrape off what's on this palette knife, and we will start with that paint. So we'll get these medium greens. There's going to be a few medium greens in the mountains here, but we'll probably end up using a little bit of that phthalo blue with it and white with it as well. And then we will continue on from there. Then we'll probably transition over to the Lake Louise painting, actually. I'm hoping that this green will only need one layer. That when it dries, the wood won't show through enough that it needs to have a second coat put on it. Because when I can just do one layer, that saves a ton of time. Yeah, so far so good. I don't think I might just need to touch up a few spots with a second coat, but overall I don't think I'm going to need to do all of them. So that'll definitely be able to save me some time, and we'll be able to get a bit more done tonight, hopefully, because of that. Hey, Ryan. Welcome to the stream. I was saying before, I turned the latency either up or down, I can't remember, but either way, I turned it the way that my response time is going to be a little bit lagged compared to before, just so the quality of the stream is a little bit better. So if I take a minute to reply to whatever you're saying, that's why. It's not because I'm ignoring you. I've looked at it a bit more. I'm just using the YouTube streamer thing right now. I need to, because I think I have to set up like an API stream code and stuff, and I haven't got into that quite yet. For now, I'm just using, just the YouTube version of it, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. But I decided to switch to YouTube because I figured more of my audience is already here, like subscribers and stuff. And so I feel like I've had a bit more engagement with my stream on here than I did on Twitch. So we'll see how it goes. I feel like on Twitch there's a lot of, it is more like towards like digital art and stuff. There are a few traditional artists who still do paint and stuff, but overall, I just think more of my audience is on YouTube than on that. So we'll try it out. Okay. I'm going to set this one down for a minute, and we will come back to it when we're ready to do the lights. I'm going to grab the Lake Louise one, and sorry, I'm stretching. We will do these medium greens on this one while we have this medium green color out, and then we will go from there. So just let me get my reference photo out here. Okay, there's quite a bit on this, so we will see how it goes here. Okay, just need to rotate my camera there. My phone. Yeah, there's a decent amount of this medium green on here, so let's see where we can get it going here. A lot of the greens on these sides of these mountains here are going to be pretty similar, and so we'll see. And if we end up really changing much, I might just add a little bit more yellow to a few spots. Yeah, no kidding. I've been thinking about that. I could just mix, if I made it with paints that you could easily just have pre-made or something, just buy them pre-made, then I could just sell uh, paint by number kits for it. I wonder how well those would do. All right, we're going to start with those 7, and then we will go from there. I'm going to add in a little bit of this cadmium yellow medium hue. Just above there, we'll mix that in as we go if I want to change the green at all as I'm putting it on. Yeah, I feel like if I do a second layer on any of this, that'll just change the green ever so slightly enough that it'll make it different from the greens around it, and that's all I needed to do. My goal is to get these done by the end of the week. It's only Monday today, so we might be able to. The grain elevator one is all done. So just this one and the moose one that we're working on. We'll see if we can get them done by Friday. Although even if I get them done by Friday, I won't be able to ship them until next week anyways. Jeez, what the heck? He seems pretty big into the realtor life, eh? Decided to become a real estate agent. Did he know you were looking for houses or something? Oh, weird. Yeah, that is weird. Are you off work right now, Ryan? Go back on Friday. So do you usually like? Is it out of town work, or are you still like in town, or like how does that work? Oh, nice. That's not bad, eh? second shift, 7 to 7 and off. Oh, nice. Sweet. Hey, Lavender, and welcome back to another stream. I'm glad you can join in another week here. I didn't stream it all over the weekend. I did a little short one last night, but this is my first longer one in a while, so you haven't missed too much, don't worry. Oh, I missed a line. Dang it. I hate when I miss burning a line. Right in here, I missed one. I need to find my pencil so I can mark that. Remember to go back in and fix that up. Well, what a fail. Yeah, no kidding. Oh man, yeah, it happens. Happens at least once a painting. I should just quickly burn it right now while I'm thinking of it, but where's my little kit? It's in the drawer beside me. Then I usually end up, after I burn it, then it usually kind of torches the paint right beside it, and then I have to go back and add a little layer on top of it anyways. All right, we will do that. Let's go back over to this other side here, and let's do this piece right here. I'm just going to grab some more of this yellow to mix in with that. We will get this going here. Hopefully that's the only spot I missed burning. Ryan, what made you decide to paint? I never... No, I was not an artist growing up. I remember doing art classes in elementary school, and we had to, but you know, I never did in junior high. I never did in high school. I don't know what. It just, when I was going to school in Edmonton, I just wanted something I could do inside in the winter when it was freezing cold and dark, when it gets dark at 4 o'clock up there. And so, yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know what did it. I just went to Michael's and bought the cheapest painting supplies I could, followed a tutorial on YouTube and liked it, and just kept on going with it. And yeah, never looked back after that. So it's this October will be 6 years since I've started, or yeah, since I've been painting. So yeah, starting to add up. Yeah, now people are using me for tutorials. Yeah, which is pretty crazy. I should go back and see if I can find that first tutorial that I did. It was just a simple, like, sunset gradient colors in the background and then a silhouette of a bird on a stick or on a tree branch. That sounds more majestic. But yeah, pretty basic thing. Nothing special with it, but obviously I liked it enough to keep on going. He got told off for drawing in class. That's funny. I've never been much of a drawer, so I never was able to do that in school. Only really kept things to painting and in the studio. All right, we're just gonna do one more here with this greens that we have out, and then I'm gonna bring out we'll mix up some more of the lightest greens that we will be doing, and we'll do that on this one and on the moose one. Lately, she's been going to bed around 6:30ish, which has been nice. Then it gives us some time in the evening to relax, and it gives me time in the evening to paint, which is awesome. I am grateful for that. What time does yours go to sleep at? Nice. Yeah, we usually rotate days on bottle washing, and then I usually do the solid foods for feeding, and Portia usually does the bottle feeding, except for the one putting her right to bed. Then I do that one. All right, so now I'm going to grab some more. Actually, I've already got some of this green still out here. I'm just going to bring out some of this cadmium yellow light, and we're going to mix some of this into that green to make it even lighter, hence the name cadmium yellow light. And with that, I will be able to do the lighter greens on this, and then the lighter greens on the moose painting as well. Oh, weird. Hopefully it's a stable stream. Hopefully it doesn't leave on me here. Glad you're back. All right, so if we need to mix up some more of this green, we can do that in a minute. But we will get going with these lighter greens here. Oh, good. Oh, shoot, that's kind of a medium one. I should do that right now, quick, actually. Oh, yeah, you have a few issues the last couple days. This long one here. This little guy there. It's really the brightest ones on that side. I think. Let's see here. I'm going to take some of this quick here. And I missed doing this one, kind of this medium-y, lightish green. So I'm just going to quickly do that before we get into adding the light greens. Kind of keep things flowing in an order here. And then, yeah, we should be able to get the greens done on this one right away, and then get the greens finished up on the other here too. So okay, let's take a bit more of this light mixed in with a little bit of that dark. I need a second layer on this one here. Then it'll give time for that other one to quickly dry, so I can do a second layer on it as well. We'll continue on afterwards. Okay, now we're good. We'll start doing these lighter ones. Just gonna get the excess paint off of here. Severe thunderstorm watch. What? I never get notifications for those things. Today, the whole day today, it was looking a little bit kind of weird, and it was windy, but kind of hot outside, and cloudy some of the day, sunny some of the day. It was one of those weird days. How about that thunder that we had on was it Saturday morning or Friday morning, one of the two? Now that was loud. Yeah, seems to always happen that way. Oh man, that's lucky. We were already all awake here, so it was, yeah, that was pretty crazy. An earthquake. That's pretty crazy. I haven't ever felt an earthquake before. And we don't really get those in this part of Canada that often. Won't say never, because every once in a while we do, or we get residuals from the States. Supposedly we had one, I think in May or June, some residual effects from one in Montana or something, but some people said they felt it. I never did. I don't know. It's all just a big conspiracy. Big ones a few years ago. Huh, crazy. We'll get hailstorms and had quite a few tornado watches this spring and summer, I feel like, compared to normal. And there's been a few funnel clouds and a few touchdowns in a few different areas, but none super close to where we are. I'm talking about Canada and Alberta, but I know, yeah, Lavenderin's talking about New Zealand. That's cool. Yeah, I'm in Alberta. So Alberta is like very western, borders the Rocky Mountains. British Columbia is the province that is on the Pacific Ocean, and then we're the next province in, going east from there. Gonna add a second layer of this stuff here. That in Scotland, cool. Yeah, Canada is a really pretty place. It's huge. There's a lot to see across the country. But it is really pretty. All right, let's see here. Just gonna touch this one up as well with a little second layer. The second layer makes them even brighter. That first layer kind of gets dulled out by the wood underneath, but then the second layer here really keeps that brightness of this green going, which is what we want. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Australia too, though. I know it's close to you, but I do know quite a few Canadians who end up traveling down there, even living in Australia for a little bit. But travel is so expensive. You really do have to save up to go places. We took a big trip to Italy last year, so I could show my wife around where I lived there when I was living there for a couple of years, and that's where we probably won't do another big trip like that for quite a few years. And partially because we have a young baby now. We have to wait. We want to wait until she's older before we do any more traveling for sure. Traveling with young kids isn't fun. At least it doesn't look very fun. Yeah, no kidding. It's going to be a few years for any of us before we can really travel very far, very freely again, I think. All right, I'm just going to zoom out here. See if I got all the greens. That one little spot there. Yeah. Oh wow, they've been on lockdown for 6 or 7 weeks again. I have not heard that. I didn't know that's pretty crazy. I'm interested to see how everything unfolds, that's for sure. All right, all the greens are now finished up on this one, so we will put this one aside. Set my brush down there. Bring out friendly moose again. Grab a drink of water quick. And we'll change my reference photo here on my phone. It's hard to want to right now. Thanks. Oh, it says my connection is unstable, so sorry if you're getting a little bit of lag here. It says the connection's back. But thanks, Lavender, for loving the look of this one. We're continue on here with some of these lighter greens. I'm actually gonna, no, we'll use up what we have here, and then I'll probably end up needing to mix up a little bit more of this light green, but we will do that when is absolutely necessary. So I think tonight we'll just finish up these light greens, and then we will call it a night after that. But that will probably still be another 15-ish minutes before we can get all these light greens in. During the day, I haven't been able to do much painting wise because I've started doing some more planning for the school year coming up. As for those of you who don't know, I'm also a teacher, and it's August now, and classes start the very end of August, and so start to do some more planning for the fall, and that takes up most of my daytime free time, and then I try to reserve my evenings, part of my evenings still for some painting. So oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I just graduated from university last summer, and so got a new job this year teaching grade 8 and grade 9, and luckily I'll be able to also teach an art class, which will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. I find it kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of funny. I've never had any formal training in art, but yet I'm going to be teaching an art class this school year. But I think that's kind of going to be my part of my message to the students, that if you want to try something, just go ahead and try it. Don't be afraid. Sorry, I'm spinning this thing around as if it was a frisbee. Yeah, I think being a self-taught artist, for me, it's really showed me how much art is subjective. What some people like, some other people don't like. And so that's definitely going to be something I will teach my students. I'm going to need to mix up just a little bit more of this light green, unfortunately. But I guess we do have a little bit of the medium green still on the palette that we can just add some more cadmium yellow light to, and then we'll be good. Yeah, we're going to be just a little bit short. I'm going to have the perfect amount here for the first layer, but there are a few spots I can see that are going to need a light second layer, so we'll mix up a tiny bit more here before we finish up for the night. Yeah, a few of these need it, so I'm going to quickly get a bit more of this cadmium yellow light here. Just a bit. We don't need a whole bunch mixed up. And we'll get this same palette knife we've been working with. Mix this sucker in here. You don't have a clue what to paint. You can paint anything. Do you like doing landscapes or portraits or cityscapes, or what kind of stuff do you normally like painting? And Translandale, you finished your portrait. That's sweet. You should send me a photo of it so I can check it out. Yeah, definitely. You should just find something and just go for it. You'll never know what you come up with. Might be the next masterpiece. You can hear the wind outside. It's sounding pretty windy. Maybe we will get a little bit of a thunderstorm tonight. It's sounding super windy out here. All right, which other ones need a little second coat? A little bit down here on this piece. Now that I look at them, pretty much all of them need a little second coat here. That's okay. We have the paint. That's cool. Been a few meteor showers that we've been able to watch here. Those are always fun. Can't tell if I made more of a mess of this. No, I think I got it there. Got a little bit of green on the edge there. When I go in to burn that other line on that other one, I'll just touch up that too. That's cool. Yeah, you kind of have to time them right to be able to see meteors for sure. Okay, let's see here. Up front here where the moose is standing, there's going to be some more light greens. I'm just going to use this extra paint that we got going on here down on it right now, just so I don't waste it. But then I'll have to do a second coat. Well, we could add a bit more, just a hair more yellow here. And mix up the rest of this little green that we have left with this. And we will use this. There's two spots down here where the moose is standing that's going to take this light of green. And so we'll use this down here. Yeah, this one here and this one there, which also means here and here. And then we will probably call it a night. Lavender Rain, what musical instrument do you play if you were at band practice? Yeah, definitely get a wood panel, try it out. Personally, I've grown so accustomed to painting on wood that when I go back to painting on canvas at any time, then it seems weird because you get used to how the paint gets absorbed or just how it flows onto it, and yeah, I really enjoy it. Yeah, switching between mediums or surfaces is always kind of tricky. Or for also for these ones, I do a lot of mixing on my palette, but once I'm actually doing the painting part of it, I don't do any blending on here. And so when I go back to traditional painting that I normally do, and then I have to end up doing some blending again, it's takes a minute to get used to for sure. All right, just gonna add this second layer on here with the rest of this light green paint. All right, one last thing I need to quickly do is add a second layer of this dark paint onto this one here. This is that one that I forgot about, so I did just a first layer. I need to add in that second layer here. All right, we will wipe this off. All right, well, that's going to be the stream for tonight. Yeah, we were able to get those greens, medium and light greens, done in that one. And we were able to do the same thing in this one. So tomorrow night, what we'll get into more is the mountains in both of these. We'll get into the mountains, hopefully be able to get those done tomorrow, so that on Wednesday we can start working into the turquoise lakes of both of them, and then the canoes and the moose. So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you haven't been watching, then you probably haven't seen this one. This one's all done up. Sorry, there's a bit of a reflection from the lights there, but the grain elevator one is all done. So yeah, we are just finishing up these other two. Hopefully we'll get them done by the end of the week. And yeah, again, thanks for watching. I appreciate those of you who come in and talk with me while I paint. Hopefully I can inspire you to do some creative things as well. And we will see you next time on my stream tomorrow night at around 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.